Ranking the best most feared cards in Madden 25. And boys, we are back here with another tier list update. Today, we're going to be taking a look at most feared. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order. Now, I know it looks a little bit weird today. I had some recording issues, so I'm actually re-recording this and giving my thoughts ×2. But before we get into the new cards, I want to talk about the old tier list real quick because some of my opinions have changed on some cards. I missed on some things and I wanted to talk about it. So first off, like people that maybe need to go up, I moved Jared Goff up to the good tier because of the fact that he can get the Seth Elite X Factor. Moved Leo Chanel into mid just because the card has no man, it has no zone, it has no pass rush. And when we look at the great tier right here, some arguments I see, I think Taysom Hill and Antonio Gates tight end may be deserving of best of position. I still think it's Pitts right now, but I can see the argument. But from best of position going down, first off, Demario Davis did not get the Lurk Artist ability. A little bit disappointed with that. But also right here, a take that I missed on was Brock Purdy's Seth Elite X Factor. I don't think it is as overpowered as I thought it was. And quarterback is a spot where, man, we have a lot of good ones. I mean, Brady's great. Brock Purdy's great. Taysom Hill QB's great. Like, there are so many good QBs in the game. I think anyone that is fast, that can get the gunslinger ability, can be argued the best quarterback in the game. Like Russell Wilson, Will Levis, like literally even Will Levis. I can still see the argument. So yeah, and the only other player that's going to come down for me is going to be Jamar Chase. And the reason for that is top 3 receivers in the game for me right now, AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, and DK Metcalf's number 1. AJ Brown is probably 3, and then Brian Thomas Jr. I think joins that trio of wide receivers. So yeah, this is what the tier list is looking like before we get into the new cards. Now, first card we get right here is EJ Speed, who is 6'3", 86 speed, 86 XL. But what you're gonna see is he offers you basically nothing as a pass rusher. Also, this card's previous card, his core gold, had no man or zone, and he's likely just gonna be one of those linebackers that really just don't have good core ratings. For me, he's gonna go ahead and be in the trash tier. Right after that, though, we get Tony Pollard, and Tony Pollard is 6 foot, 209, 86 speed, 87 acceleration, 84 break tackle. Like, not really that bad from a core rating standpoint. I don't think he's like this crazy running back or anything, but he's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and place Tony Pollard in the mid tier. Solid running back in the game. We also get Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, and this card has 86 speed, 86 acceleration. He is 6'2". This is a pass coverage linebacker that is likely gonna have some decent zone coverage. Like, I'm thinking around that 80 to like 82 range. I don't think he'll hit 85, but not a bad card right here. Also, once again, I'm going to place JOK in the mid tier. Looks like a solid linebacker in the game, and I don't hate to take the like Logan Wilson and him over Leo Chanel. I'm walking with you. We also get Isaiah McKenzie right here, and Isaiah McKenzie has 86 speed and hits 85s for every single route running. Again, I think it's solid. For me, the one issue on the card, 5'8". Like, I'm just not a fan of the shorter receivers in the game. So Isaiah McKenzie for me is going to be someone that, again, is just going to be in the mid tier. Not going to quite make the good tier. I think Curtis Samuel is a better card. After that, though, we get Paris Johnson Jr., and this card has some really nice core ratings. 6'6", 313 on the card. 87 pass block finesse, 87 pass block power, 85 run block. Like, that is a really nice balance of stats right there. I don't even hate the take that you say Paris Johnson is potentially great. Walking with you, but he's going to be in this good tier for me for sure. Definitely one of the better 87s. After that, we also get a Alohi Gilman right here, and this card is 5'10", so a little bit shorter than the secondary, but 86 speed, 87 XL, 81 man coverage, 88 zone. I think this is a card that really depends if you have strategy items or not, because you could potentially get him up to 90 zone, and I think if you get him up to 90 zone, he's in the good tier. No 90 zone, I'm also going to place him in the mid tier, joining a big group of players. Gerald Everett is 6'3", 250, 87 speed, 85 for short running, 85 for medium as well. Not too much of a run blocker, but not a bad receiving threat at tight end. I think Gerald Everett is also deserving of this good tier. Nice little budget option at tight end. Don't hate him being by Luke Musgrave at all. Right after that, we get Yaya from the Bucks, and this is a card that is 6'3", 263, has 87 speed, 88 acceleration, 90 power moves is great, 84 block shed, 75 finesse moves is the one weakness of the card. Now, this is a card that does have the bull rush and the swim move trait on yes. What does that mean? Well, think of bull rush as power moves, spin and swim as finesse moves, meaning he's going to use both power moves and finesse moves. On this card, we would only want that bull rush trait on yes, which it's not the end of the world for this card because he still has some really nice core ratings. This is another card, kind of like what I was saying with Paris Johnson. I don't hate you saying he's a great card, but he's definitely top into this good tier for me. Really like him. Good pass rusher in the game with some great physical physical stats and really high power moves. We also get Chidobe Awuzie right here, and he is 6 foot, 87 speed, 87 acceleration with 88 zone, 85 man, and 82 press. This is a very solid piece in the secondary right here. I think he gets even better potentially. Again, you could get him up to 90 zone coverage. Not the worst height in the world. I think he's a little bit better than Alohi Gilman for me. I'm going to slightly place this card also in the good tier. Maybe you could see him mid, but he's solid for me. All right, and we also got the mystery player revealed right here. It is Ndamukong Suh, and he has 3 potential cards. The CB has 89 speed, 88 acceleration, 87 agility. You could get it up to 90 zone coverage, and this is a card though that I think the big weakness is actually going to be his player model. Like if you think last year Joe Wall out of position CB, he could not move. Like even though he had like good agility, change direct, like the physical stats, yes, they aren't bad, but they don't really tell the whole story with like player movement, right? Like when you are that big of a player model, it's going to be hard to change direction. So I don't love him being a corner. The middle linebacker, I think, will also have the same issues, and this time doesn't hit great zone coverage. It's still good speed and acceleration, will likely get the lurk artist ability as well. And also he gets a DT, and I think the DT, it's good speed, good acceleration, but the finesse moves are lower. So in my opinion, I think the defensive tackle and the middle linebacker are both in this good tier. Not bad cards, right? Like again, I'm really worried about the middle linebacker's movement. I'm gonna place the CB in the gray tier. I think he has the most potential, and I could see a world where he ends up being like a potential best out position player, but man, I am worried about this card's movement. And right after that, we get the regular champions right here of this drop. We get Deebo Samuel, and Deebo Samuel is 6 foot, 90 speed, has 90 short running, 89 medium, 87 deep. Again, very solid route runnings all the way across the board. This is also a card that is great after the catch as well. My favorite Deebo cards are usually when he gets out of position. Running back cards, love those. And Deebo, I think he's going to play amazing. I just have very similar thoughts to Deebo and also Jamar Chase. I think they are potential top 5 receivers in the game. I just don't think they're top 3, and that's not to say he's a bad card. You're not at a fault for using him. Like literally anyone in the great tier, I don't hate that you use. They are in the meta. We also get Jalen Johnson right here. Jalen Johnson has 90 speed, 89 acceleration, 91 zone coverage, 6 foot height, 88 man, 88 play rec, 89 press. And for me, Jalen Johnson, since he's going to be a champion, to me he's just kind of like slightly better L'Jarius Sneed that's also going to be cheaper. Like Jalen Johnson looks elite, man. And for me, I'm going to have Jalen Johnson as a top 3 corner in the game. For me, I think it's Jalen Johnson, Champ Bailey, and also Denzel Ward is my top 3, I think. I could see Champ Bailey getting kicked out of that top 3 though, and you having L'Jarius Sneed. Again, I'm cool with both of them being best of position. It is scheme preference at the end of the day. I think man-to-man is still kind of decent. Like you can run man-to-man. I've been running a lot of shade down man, so Champ Bailey's good in that defense. Obviously not the best zone coverage player with his lower zone. We also get Nick Chubb right here, and this is a card with 89 speed, 91 acceleration. He's 5'11", 91 trucking, 89 break tackle. Now, do I think this is the best running back in the game? No. Do I think he's an S tier running back? Likely not, because I think it's like Fred Taylor, I think it's Alvin Kamara and Kareem Hunt making my S tier. But again, I don't think you're at a fault for running this card. He's still going to make my great tier. I would have Kenneth Walker over him and potentially halfback Taysom Hill as well, but I don't think he's on the good level. I think he's a step above a good card in the game. I think you're fine if you run Nick Chubb running back. He can get the job done. And right after that, we also get strong safety Cam Chancellor, and this is a card that is 6'3", 90 speed, 88 acceleration, has 89 zone, so that is relatively easy to get up to 90 zone coverage, right? And the man coverage obviously isn't there, not elite there, but this is a card that I do think is better than the other strong safeties in the game. I'm gonna place him best of position. His current competition is like Jordan Poyer, and I like Jordan Poyer, I do. It's just Jordan Poyer isn't gonna land hits like Cam Chancellor. Cam Chancellor is 6'3". Like I think Cam Chancellor is the best strong safety in the game. And now right after that, we get defensive tackle Chris Jones, and this card is 6'6", 310, 74 speed, 82 acceleration, great power moves and block shed, and even good finesse moves as well. I think from a core rating standpoint, this is the best defensive tackle. However, I think I'd have one defensive tackle over him, and that is potentially Mean Joe Green. And the reason why I say that is because of the double or nothing X factor, the AKA one that starts on it's downs played with that. Chris Jones, though, I think from a core rating standpoint, best at position, but I like Mean Joe over him because of the X factor. And finally, right here, we do have Tavon Austin as well, and Tavon Austin has 91 speed, has 90 short running, 90 deep route running, 85 medium. But for me, it's kind of like what I was saying earlier about Isaiah McKenzie, right? it's just the 5'8". Like, I don't hate this card. I think he is a good card in the game. And I think he's more along the level of like Debo and Jamar Chase, though, than I would say he is like top 3 receiver in the game. Because again, my top 3, DK, Brian Thomas, AJ Brown. I think these are the next 3. Yeah, boys. Sorry if this new cards tier confused you, but yeah, my recording got kind of messed up. But yeah, boys. This is my thoughts on the most feared cards coming out today in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. My updated thoughts on most feared. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments, though. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Let me know if you guys are excited for most feared release 2. Also, let me know what cards you're picking up from this drop. For me personally, I'm gonna get Cam Chancellor in the secondary. Might pick up Jalen Johnson. I feel like Debo deserves a tryout. I love using Debo cards. And yeah, that's probably going to be it for me. Going to try to get this Divine Diablo as well from the field pass. But yeah, boys, hope you all did enjoy this video today, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Madden 25 Ultimate Team content just like this. Now, if you guys do want to go and see me use some of these cards live on stream, I've been streaming here on both YouTube and Twitch. To watch on the YouTube, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to also hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description. Hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.